Hey everyone, my name is Ash Shukla, and I like to say namaste and welcome to my live today. My friends, if you like my live, go here at the bottom, give me like, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. So, my friends, today I'm talking about manifesting money step by step. And this is going to be part one of the series that I'm doing. My friends, I've learned as a consultant and as an entrepreneur for several years. I have worked with over 5,000 business owners, and what I found over time is that every single entrepreneur, there is a particular journey, or even a person, there's a journey. And the question becomes is to what is the journey that we all take on, whether it's you're individual, or you're entrepreneur, or you're a big business. What's the journey? And the way I look at this is that in the journey there are four different steps that we go through, and today we're going to talk about step number one. Because today, as I'm talking to you about it in a step by step manner, exactly what you need to do. Okay, over the next 4 days, I'm going to take you through my process of how I have helped several business owners, entrepreneurs, individuals, and what our personal journey has been like. So look, I came here from India in 1989 with 20 bucks and no English, and I got into financial services back in 1994. And initially when I got in, I wasn't bad, I was pathetic. I couldn't close anybody. I had to blackmail my dad through my mom to get my first sale. And eventually, I became pretty good at it. And I was working with banks, and I was managing over $300 million as a financial advisor. And then eventually, I started my own company, built it successfully. So, as I'm telling you this, what I learned over time is that when you are looking to manifest money, you have to go through a process. It's not a overnight thing. Many people say you can manifest money in 24 hours. My friends, look, I agree that there are instances you can. I agree that energetically you can attract it and you can feel wealthy. But to truly attract wealth in your bank account, it's going to be a process that you should go through. Because it's like this. There was a guy who was a pretty good singer. Somebody found him on the street, and he became really, really successful. All of a sudden he got his fame and fortune, and at the end he didn't know what to do with it, and he went back to where he started within short amount of time. So I'm sure many people who have won lottery in the past have probably gone through the same thing. So the question becomes as to, if you're going to manifest money, what is a step by step system that you can follow to manifest money? And today I'm talking to you about part one of this entire series. So in this series, as I'm talking to you, about manifesting money, my friends, I would highly encourage you to sit down and think about what it is that you want to accomplish. Obviously, people say you have to have clear goals and all those things. But what's the starting point? Is starting point really let's have goals and let's go for them, or could you start in a different way? And I believe that to start manifesting money, there's a process you have to go through, which I call it unlock, unblock, attract, and build. Okay. Now, unlocking the financial abundance piece. When you talk about unlocking yourself internally, right? If we have some people who are joining us, I want to thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you guys. So when you are looking to unlock your financial abundance, when you go through this process, what is the process? Look, first and foremost, you have to realize that chakras are part of our life. Chakras is who we are, right? We come from an energetic center, particular energetic center that we can that we have as a power place for us. So the first thing we have to do is we have to align them. And today, that's exactly what we're going to do. In this little, we're going to do a short exercise, right? About on how to manifest, how do you unlock this financial, how do you take these chakras that we have, the energy centers that we have, and how to begin unlocking. So first we have to get to the recognition of who are you, right? First understand who are you. So if I was to ask you, are you a creative person? Are you a logical person? Are you a go-getter? Are you a loving person? Are you caring person? Are you compassionate person? Who are you? That starts as the game. Step one. Then comes step number two. Once you understand who you are, now we can go to step number two. And the step number two that we have to follow, or we should follow, right, is that okay, now we know who we are. And the step number two is, how do we operate? From which angle, which chakras do we operate from? As to what's our energy flow internally look like? Are we going to some place and stopping ourselves, or are we flowing our energy freely? And to flow our energy freely is a beginning of the stage of what I call unlocking. So, to unlock the financial abundance, today we're going to take a short exercise. And so that way we can begin the process. My friends, look, this is not an end all be all, but at the end of the day, we have to make sure that we are aligned properly. We have to make sure that, you should make sure that you understand who you are, and where are you getting stuck, right? Now, what I will tell you, that many times I see people, and they're getting stuck at some places. I've helped people through the process I'm going to teach you over the next 4 days, 4 or 5 days. And in this process, and I've taken several people. I've taken a business owner from zero to over $5 million. I've taken another business owner from zero to $30,000, right? In revenue, I'm talking about income. So think about it. If it can do for you, what it can, if it can do something like this for them, what it can do for you. Even if it does a fraction, I would consider myself, very honored. Okay. So I want to say thank you for being here. I humbly appreciate you today. And let's begin the exercise by, first and foremost, to align yourself to, once you understand who you are. You say you are creative. Are you a energetic entrepreneur? Are you a go-getter? Are you a loving and caring entrepreneur? Are you a communicative entrepreneur? Who are you as a person or an entrepreneur? Now, once you answer these questions as an individual, now let's go into the next step. Who are you? Just write down in one word who you are. Step number one. Okay. Step number two you want to do is, once you are done with this part, now you want to understand energetically, where, are you going all the way? Are you letting your energies flow, or are you feeling stuck someplace? Okay, if you're feeling stuck someplace, and I would love for you to go here at the bottom and give me some comments and let me know. If you're here live, by the way, write in the word live. If you're watching me on a replay, write the word replay. Okay. Now, the third thing you want to do is start your manifestation journey. Now, this is not going to be a one day thing, right? So, like, many gurus, many yogis, if when it comes to manifestation, they spend long time. Now, look, at the end of the day, we are manifesting money. So to manifest money, we have to get our thoughts in control. We have to get our mind, body, and soul in control. But more importantly, we control that with our conversation inside. So let me ask you one question. Have you had a conversation with your negative self? You may have had a conversation with your positive self all the time, but have you sat down and had a conversation with your negative self where the blockage is? So, for instance, you might be fearful about something. And if you're fearful about something, the question is, what are you afraid of? And let's say you're afraid of going out of the house. As simple as that. Okay. And it's because of what's happening right now in the world. Maybe that is true. If that's true, then have you thought about having a face to face conversation with your fear, with your anxiety? Angela, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you. So, have you thought about having conversation with your fear? If you haven't, I would encourage you to have conversation with yourself. When you have conversation with yourself, what begins to happen is that you begin to unlock yourself from internally. Because sometimes, at least for me, what happens is I find that it is best if I talk it out. Like yesterday, when I was, as I'm finishing out my financial chakras book, and those of you who are interested, go here at the bottom and give me financial chakras book, and I'll be happy to put you on my list, and we'll send you the book when it comes out. I'll notify you. So that being said, and I was talking to my person who is helping me write the book, and as I am talking, we were on a particular point, and she's like, Ash, I'm stuck and I don't know what to do with this. And I said, okay, no problem, let's just talk it through. And what I find is that I was talking, and they wanted to say something, and I said, okay, let me just finish what I'm saying. So because I flow my thoughts through talking it out loud. So how many times you have found yourself talking yourself out loud helps you, right? For me, that's a big help. So we were going through this exercise, and I went through that, and boom, I found an answer, right? So sometimes you just have to talk to yourself. Just just put a pause. Just keep it very simple, and just have a conversation with yourself. Like when I used to be in college, and when I would read, I have a habit of reading out loud because I remember I am a very picturistic person. So if I look at the numbers, like my credit card number, right, or and I would remember the numbers, like I would literally take my eye, and I would literally just blink an eye like I am taking a picture, and now that imprint is in my mind, and I won't forget that number. So the question is, how do you operate? For me, it's more talking out loud. Maybe for you is internalization, whatever that is. Do that to begin the process. Okay. And then once you are through this, you will see your own process. You'll be following your own process. Don't follow, my suggestion is, don't follow somebody else's process. Follow your process. But one process that I know for sure works for many people that I work with is talking it out loud, having a conversation with yourself, having conversation with your fear, meaning facing your fear, but instead of fighting it. So I went to when I was in college, I was given the opportunity to learn jiu-jitsu. So jiu-jitsu, the way it works is you have to fight your opponent. Like unlike karate, where you're fighting against your opponent, in jiu-jitsu you take the other person's energy and literally take them down, right? So that's how jiu-jitsu works. So when you're doing your conversation, when you feel stuck, instead of fighting it, and instead of trying to go against it, many people say, face your fear, face your fear, face your fear. You facing your fear is the best way to go. My question to you is that the best way to defeat the fear? That's the question you want to ask yourself. Answer for yourself. Is that the best way to defeat your fear? And if the answer to that is no, the answer to the you can face your fear, no problem. But then what? Do you fight it? Like, you can't fight it, right? Do you punch it? You can't punch it because you can't see it. So now what do you do with that? The best thing to do is do a jujutsu, right? Let conversate with your fear, have a clear understanding, and then take it down once and for all. That's one of the things you can do with some of your emotions that might be negative. First thing. The other thing you can do, my friend, is after you're done with this, you'll be at peace. And when you are at peace, okay, we have some people here. Basam, thank you for joining. So when you are at peace with yourself, you want to do meditation. And in the meditation, one of the things I would highly encourage you to do is go ahead and insert a positive affirmation. Yes, now you can begin to, because now your chakras are open, and you can begin to flow the way you should be flowing. Now, to flow the way you should be flowing, what you should do is think about some affirmations. And the affirmations should start with I am blank. I am blank. So you could say I am rich, right? I am wealthy. I have abundance. So write down the affirmations in I format. And then what you want to do is thank the universe. Say, hey, universe, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I love you a lot. And I want to make sure that I am ready to let you know that I am ready to accept the abundance you're giving me. My friends, if you do that little bit of an exercise at the end, now you're ready to meditate. See, I find that many people, to attract financial abundance, they go straight to the meditation. Meditation is not something you go to when you are not ready. You have to be ready for meditation, meaning you have to be at peace before you go meditate. What most people do is they go meditate when they are at unease. And I'm here to tell you that when you go meditate, make sure that as a last step, make sure that you're meditating when you are at peace. When you are at peace and you meditate, the effectiveness of meditation really flows through your body and unblocks everything that you might have inside. So the step number one in our journey for next 4 days is making sure that you unlock your financial abundance. And to do this, let's start today's before let's start with a nice prayers and meditation. Okay, so let's begin by praying to universe, praying to God, praying to whoever you believe in. Okay, praying to the spirits and saying thank you. So I'm going to play music for us. And my friends, as you're doing this, as I'm talking to you, get through this video and this audio, as I'm coming through and I'm talking to you, I want you to close your eyes. Let's close our eyes and make sure that we thank the universe for everything that we have. Let's close our eyes and take a second, take a deep breath, and say your affirmations. Let's do that together. Feel your breath going through your body. Listen to the sound of the flute and the person humming in the background. Let everything go. Be rested. Come to peace and come to the blissful state. As you're coming to blissful state, put your hands together like this and say, Dear God, dear universe, thank you for coming in our life, giving us the peace, prosperity, happiness, and abundance of joy and love that we deserve. Hey, dear universe, come into my life, in Ash's life, and letting me make a difference to the people that I'm serving. Thank you, universe, for coming and putting me at a blissful and a peaceful state so that I can help other people. Let's pray to the universe together. Hey, universe, thank you for all the abundance, health, wealth, and happiness that we deserve. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for joining me today, guys. As I've done this today, I want to thank you so much because when you do this, did you feel at peace? If you did, type in yes at the bottom. If you felt the energy come through, right down here at the bottom, because it is my prayers and it is my my wish to the universe, that may universe give you all the health, wealth, and happiness that you deserve. As we end our today, my friends, remember to thank you, Nancy. I really, really appreciate that. So as we are talking, I have an entire thing that I do. There's a financial chakra seminars that we do, and when we get to go into it, we go literally. It's a 20-hour deal, but it will change your life in many ways. But today I want to give you this as a gift. I want to say thank you for being my follower. Thank you for being my subscriber. Thank you for making comments. Thank you so much for everything. And I really, really, genuinely want to thank you. Thank you, because I want to let you know that I love you and I want to help you in the best way I can. I've helped so many people using this process. This is just day one. By the way, if you have some friends, go ahead and share this information, because tomorrow I usually go live at 9 in the morning. Today I'm a little bit late, but because of some technical issues. But I'm happy to, when I go live tomorrow, I'm gonna go more in depth. So my friends, be sure if you like this stream, go here at the bottom, like, comment, share, and be sure to subscribe to my channel. My name is Ash Shukla, and I thank you so much for joining me. I love you a lot, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.